The nation is still reeling. The wounds of Pahalgam are fresh. But amidst this grief, a resolute India rises. An India that will no longer tolerate the cowardly acts of our neighbor. This is not the time for words. This is the time for action. And action is precisely what the government has taken, announcing 6 bold measures that will send shockwaves through the terror apparatus and their masters across the border. These are not mere steps, ladies and gentlemen. These are statements. We will dissect each of these measures, understand their implications, and expose the hypocrisy of those who claim innocence while sheltering the very vipers that bite the hand that feeds them. So stay with me as we delve deep into this unfolding narrative. Here are the 6 biggest steps taken by the Indian government. First and foremost, let's address the elephant in the room, the Indus Water Treaty. For decades, India has shown unparalleled generosity, sharing a resource as vital as water with a neighbor that has consistently chosen the path of hostility. But no more. The tap of appeasement has been shut tight. This treaty, signed in 1960, allocated the waters of 6 rivers, the Indus, the Jhelum, the Chenab, the Ravi, the Beas, and the Sutlej, between India and Pakistan. A disproportionate share, mind you, was granted to Pakistan, a gesture based on trust and goodwill, a trust that has been repeatedly betrayed. The suspension of this treaty is not a decision taken lightly. It is a message loud and clear that India will no longer be a mute spectator to the games being played with our security, with the lives of our citizens. The impact will be felt on both sides, no doubt. The message is clear: stop terror or face the consequences. The Wagah-Attari border, a symbol of divided heritage, now stands as a testament to Pakistan's betrayal. This bustling crossing, witness to countless emotional reunions, falls silent. This closure is not merely symbolic, it is strategic. Wagah-Attari is a lifeline for trade between the two nations. Its closure will undoubtedly impact businesses, disrupt supply chains, and send a clear message to the international community. India will not conduct business as usual under the shadow of terror. The daily theatrics of the border closing ceremony, a spectacle that drew crowds from far and wide, now stands suspended. The time for soft measures is over. This is a decisive step, a step taken with the full backing of a nation united against terror. The time for half measures is over. India has always prided itself on its hospitality, its open-door policy. But the time for such naivete is over. The directive is clear. All Pakistani nationals currently residing in India have until May 1st to leave the country. This is not an act of vindictiveness, but a necessary measure to safeguard our national security. Let's be realistic. The threat of sleeper cells, of radicalized individuals using the garb of normalcy to carry out nefarious activities, is very real. This is not about targeting a community. It's about protecting a nation. The safety and security of our citizens is paramount, and we will not compromise on that, not anymore. Chapter 4. The SAARC visa exemption scheme, designed to foster regional cooperation, has been shamelessly exploited by those who view it as an opportunity to infiltrate and destabilize India. This scheme, which allowed citizens of SAARC nations, including Pakistan, to travel to India with relative ease, has been ruthlessly manipulated. Therefore, with immediate effect, this scheme stands revoked for all Pakistani nationals. Additionally, all previously issued SPS visas to Pakistani nationals are now null and void. This is not a time for leniency. This is a time for decisive action. The message to Pakistan is clear. You cannot enjoy the privileges of regional cooperation while actively undermining the very fabric of our nation. Chapter 5. The Pakistani High Commission in New Delhi, once a symbol of diplomatic engagement, now stands as a monument to mistrust and deceit. Its sprawling corridors, once abuzz with activity, will now see a drastic reduction in staff. This is not a decision taken lightly. It is a direct consequence of Pakistan's continued support for terror networks targeting India. The size of the High Commission staff will be reduced to a bare minimum, limiting their ability to operate effectively. This move sends a strong signal to Islamabad. Your diplomatic presence in India is a privilege, not a right. India will not tolerate a diplomatic mission that operates as a front for hostile activities. Chapter 6. In a move that underscores the gravity of the situation, India has taken the unprecedented step of declaring all Pakistani defense, military, naval, and air advisors persona non grata. These individuals, entrusted with the responsibility of fostering communication and cooperation, have instead been instrumental in escalating tensions. Their expulsion is a clear indication that India will no longer tolerate the presence of those who actively work against our national interest. These advisors, operating under the garb of diplomacy, have been hand in glove with terror outfits, providing them with logistical support and strategic guidance. This move is a direct hit to the heart of Pakistan's intelligence-gathering apparatus in India. The consequences of this action will be far-reaching. The message is loud and clear. You have pushed us to the brink, and we will not hesitate to act decisively to safeguard our interests. Outro. These 6 measures taken together represent a paradigm shift in India's approach towards Pakistan. The days of strategic restraint, of turning the other cheek, are over. This is a new India, an India that will not hesitate to defend its interests, its people, its very soul. The message to the international community is equally clear. Terrorism is a global threat, and it needs to be addressed with unwavering resolve. No nation can be allowed to use terror as an instrument of state policy. The road ahead will be challenging, but India is prepared. These measures reflect India's firm stance against cross-border terrorism.